It's the Sports Kings. Sports Kings.
He might fall off the wagon in the next 10 minutes.
Rob Calloway.
It's about bringing talent. It's not about all the flash and glitz and glam.
Not your average sports talk show. The Sports Kings.
This is NFL legend Gord Dunn.
This your boy D. Howard, a.k.a. Superman.
I'm Jerome Bettis the Bus.
It's Cam Newton. Holla at your boy already.
This is Hank Aaron, and I'm down with the King.
Tell a friend, Kings is back.
And welcome into another edition of the Sports Kings podcast. I am Big Mike alongside Rob Calloway as usual. We're being heard via Spreaker.com. You can also contact us if you choose via social media outlets like Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Sports Kings Live. You can also email the show for any sponsorship opportunities, or if you got something you want to get off your chest, if you hear something that kind of gets your nerve a little bit, give us a holler on the email at sportskingslive@gmail.com. I decided I was going to open up the email while we did the show, just in case anything might come through, while we're doing the show. Because it's kind of one of those days. I don't know. There's some stuff we could talk about and some, I don't know. It's just one of those days. I'm going to start calling today Thursday, Friday. Yeah, I'm going to start doing that because it feels like Friday, but it's only Thursday. What's going on, Rob?
Oh, man. Another day, Sports Kingdom, doing what we do. Of course, Sweet 16 action getting underway. That's always a good thing. Hometown Hawks came back last night, mounted a fourth quarter victory, if you will, against the Orlando Magic, who, they shocked me, surprisingly yesterday. I don't know if they were that good or if the Hawks just played that bad for the first three quarters of the game.
I told you, they're young, hungry team, man. They just play ball, man. They're gonna be all right. A couple drafts under their belt coming up here. They're gonna be all right. That Orlando team is gonna be cool. They can keep that little nucleus of Peyton and Oladipo. Yeah, they're gonna be all right. I don't know if they're gonna be doing any contending, but whatever. But yeah, Hawks getting off the snide, as they say. Last night.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we got through recording last night. Immediately got catfished. I tuned in. Dude, I got back-to-back catfish, too. That was even worse. Because, what happened was, I didn't even understand what was happening on the first episode. And for those of you who don't understand what I'm talking about, if you hadn't heard me talk about this before, the show Catfish is one of the most uncomfortable shows I've ever seen in life. And I'm not a person who gets made uncomfortable very easy. As a matter of fact, I relish in the fact that other people are uncomfortable by certain things. But this show is just so eerily uncomfortable to me. I have to watch it. I do not know when it comes on, regular time. But what happens is I scroll through the guide one day or any day, and I happen to see Catfish is on. Thus, me becoming catfished by the show Catfish. And it happened last night. And immediately, I text Rob, getting catfished right now.
Now, the episode that you text me about, I had seen that episode already. And the one good part about that episode was that the guy that the young lady has been talking to on Facebook or whatnot for, 2-3 years, he actually turned out to be who she thought it was. So, that was all, that was the great part about that catfish.
That was good? That's a good thing?
Because what happened was, you didn't get to see the very beginning. What happened was that this young lady, and she was a nice looking young lady. She was built, but she had been buying this dude all kinds of stuff
I hadn't heard that in so long, dude. I hadn't heard nobody describe a chick as built since 92. Yeah, shout out with built.
It's Throwback Thursday, so I was a little throwback right now.
That's a different show. Go right ahead, though.
She had been buying that dude. Well, it's Throwback Thursday all across social media, but she had been buying this dude all kind of extravagant gifts. And one thing she bought him was like $1,000 camera. But she had only seen one picture of this dude. It wasn't like he got the camera and started sending pictures of himself and all that. Because he had some kind of video production company. So basically, everything that she was sending him was stuff that he needed for his business, right? And he kept refusing to meet the girl. I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah,
but
that show is so ridiculous, dude.
That he was the guy, but he didn't want to pursue any kind of love interest or situation with the young lady. I mean, because after all, she had given him everything he came for. He just wanted the good, the camera and all that stuff.
Like, this is the part I don't understand. Like, and maybe it's because the era of my youth has so long passed. But like, okay, I'm gonna ask you this, because what we do, we're honest about, whatever. You ever met a chick from online?
No.
I have. Now, here's the thing that I don't understand, right?
You have, Mike?
Oh, yeah. When I use the term in my youth, trying to murder everything moving.
Yeah. What was this, like Craigslist? What was this?
Nah. It was like, I don't know, like one of those.
Black Planet.
Nah.
Julius.
Julius. Yeah, that's a different dude. Nah, it was like one of those. It was like back in the day when they had like, what was the search engine, like Excite? Remember that search engine?
No.
Yeah, it's like Excite or Yahoo or one of those things. But anyway, this is the part I don't understand, because in my realm, and it was like two chicks. Like one chick, we ended up being friends for a long time. She ended up moving to China to do this this teaching thing, and I think she lives in Houston now. Last I heard. I don't understand how you deal with a person for like a year, and like you're like, yeah, and I've never seen them, but we got such a connection, like on some realness. And if I'm gonna be 100% real, it's like for me, it was no different than meeting somebody at the grocery store. Like, I'm gonna give it about a week, and we should be naked rabbit dancing by then. Like, damn, damn us not meeting. That's the part I don't understand. It's like, what the hell is going on? Like, how do you let this go a year or more, like 6 months, year, 2 years? Like, yeah, we just have such a connection. Now I feel like I'm being catfished. You think, brod? You think, dude?
Yeah.
Like, that's
it's
the part
crazy,
I don't understand. I'm like, what the hell are these kids just, is like, that like just a part of the culture now? Because everything is so virtual, it doesn't really matter if you actually see the person.
That's exactly what it is, because you got to think like this, man. Like, times have changed so much, even from when you were doing what you were doing on whatever site that was you were, messing around on.
I believe it was Yahoo,
dog. So much.
If I'm not mistaken, probably was Yahoo. Yeah, I think it was Yahoo.
But the thing about it is, man, back when we were growing up, and we're not that old, you know what I'm saying? But we're in a different generation, because back in the day, it was nothing for us to meet somebody, at the mall or wherever you at, and not be afraid to just have a conversation with the person and get to know them that way, right? But now, because of social media, it's like, if you're on Facebook, right, and there's some girl that's your friend, and I say she cute, I could just go right on your Facebook and click on her pic and then send her a message, right? Now, if she feeling what I'm saying, she might frame me, and we might have a conversation that way. And it's just, it's just a changing of the times, man. You know what I'm saying?
See,
and it's like, huh?
Oh, go ahead.
No, and it's, like I said, it's just easier. In most situations for this new generation, it's easier for them to say, and, for them, to say or do whatever they want to do via, the internet. You know what I'm saying? Versus actually having conversations. Like, you could, pump your chest up real big on the internet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's, it's like I said, it's just a different time.
Yeah, it's weird, dude.
Of course, these are times that I'm not definitely. Always call me grandpa, but these, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that don't really apply to this, because that's just weird. Because like with me, it was just like another part of my arsenal. You dig what I'm saying? Like I was just trying to diversify, because I like. For those who don't know, like, this whole sports talk thing was never a part of my early broadcasting career. Like, my early broadcasting career involved me being out in clubs 4 or 5 days out the week and hosting stuff and being at car dealerships and all that kind of stuff. So that was the inaugural part of my radio career. So there was always somebody to meet. So to me, the whole internet thing was like, let me see what this is all about. Maybe I can add this to the repertoire. But like these kids now, it is their repertoire. It's not a part. Right. It's just what they do. Yeah. And I'm like, what? How? I like I'm saying, this catfish thing is so weird and uncomfortable to me because you already know what's about to happen. Like this dude is looking at this like blonde chick. She's like 36, 24, 36, and she got like the long flowing locks and the blue eyes, and like she's straight jugtastic. And then they show up at the door. It's like, it's like the great Kabuki walk out the door.
Exactly. Abdullah the Butcher.
It's outstanding. Like
now,
go ahead.
Talking about this social media thing, I'm gonna tell you the creepiest stuff, man, ever. Now, I have a sister that'll be 23 this year, and me and her, I always try to bond with, and we go out. And the weirdest thing happened is this dude just kept looking at her, right? And I'm like, do you know him? She was like, mm-mm. Man, this dude, my sister's name is Courtney, right? So, of course, growing up, she was always Coco. But, this dude walked up to her and asked her, he was like, you're such, called her by her profile name on Instagram or Facebook or something. And she was like, yeah. Like,
it's a crazy look.
You know me? And he was like, no, but, we got a mutual friend, so I saw your pictures because we got this same friend. And I'm like, oh, my God.
Yeah,
like,
that's a crazy
this
look.
is weird.
That's a crazy look, man.
Yeah.
Gee whiz.
So, different times, man. Different times we're living in, brother.
Yeah,
different
man.
times.
Yeah, man.
But I always go back to that one catfish where dude thought he was on the internet talking with a transsexual. And come to find out it was a real woman.
It was mad because it was a real chick. I'm like, what?
So you mean to tell me you ain't got no drugs? Like you ain't got nothing down there?
Yeah.
And she was like, what? I ain't got nothing. Yeah, like,
so weird. Weirdest thing
absolutely not.
ever. Oh God. Yeah. Every time I get through watching that show, dude, I feel like I got to just take a bath in bleach or something because it's just like the worst things possible in life happen to those people. It's like, and then too, here's the thing. Here's the real deal. And then we're going to get off this and get to this whole what's going on today in sports. You know what you look like. Like, you know what you look like. So if you pop on your computer and you see, speaking of blind chicks, have you seen that Will Smith movie?
I haven't seen the movie, but of course I've seen the preview because, they won't stop showing.
Right, the same chick that was on Wolf of Wall Street.
Right, that's a hot chick.
Oh, she's beautiful. So let's take her for example, right? Like, you know what you look like. And then you pop on your computer, whatever site that you go to, and you see the equivalent of that chick. And she wants to talk to you and have an internet relationship with you. Now, you scruffy and you live in a trailer park and you like 390 pounds with, 85% body fat. You really, 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 really think there's some sort of real connection there? Like, the first question in your mind should be like, why is she in the same place I am, looking for the same things I'm looking for? At no point do these people ask themselves that question. That points to a person who has no self-awareness. You have none.
Yeah, right. There you go.
You have no self-awareness, because, like, we all have our limitations. Like, if I can keep it 100% real again, like, that woman that's downstairs in my house, don't know why. Hey, I don't know. She's a much better person than I am. Like, 100 times. I tell anybody who'll listen to me. Like, I'm a terrible person, and she's a much better person than I am. And for some reason, she chose me. Whatever. I'm good. The day that she realizes it and wants to walk away, I'll be like, it was a good run. Cool.
The Gucci need love too.
Exactly. You know what I mean? But we'll move on. I don't know. But normally, we all have certain limitations to, like, I'm not going ride down the street and like